Hey, what is up, folks? Zero Fats here, coming at you on behalf of NutriBullet Time. Guys, today I want to address something. First of all, I'm getting a lot of flack on my channel. People trying to tell me the Vitamix is way better than the NutriBullet. The Blentec blender line is way better than the NutriBullet. You know, people are saying these things to me. First of all, I want to say something. You guys hear me say Zero Fats, coming at you on behalf of NutriBullet Time. I want you to understand, I have another channel on YouTube called Zero Fats, and I talk all about business. You see, business is my specialty. It's what I'm into, okay? But nutrition is something I'm trying to get into. It's important. I want to get healthy, so I'm getting into nutrition as well. But I do understand business. Let me explain something to you guys. When it comes to Vitamix and Blentec, okay? Right here, you have a perception of value. Imagine it, a perception of value. This is what everybody thinks something is worth. And then right here you have actual value, okay? And when you got products that are priced $500 for a product that did not cost nothing close to that much to make, then you have a gap in between perceived value and actual value, okay? Because yes, the Vitamix is a valuable product, but it's not worth $500. But they put that price tag on it. And you got that group of people who they want the most expensive thing. They gotta have it. Just look at Mont Blanc pens. Anybody ever hear of Mont Blanc pens? No, it's just a writing utensil. It's just a pen. There's a little star on the top. It's like an emblem. And that star stands for Mont Blanc. And you know, if you see that star on a pen, that guy paid like $300 to $500 for that pen. Okay? It's a sign of status. There's a symbol. You see that symbol, you know that guy paid a bunch of money for that pen. Okay? So why does someone pay $300 to $500 for a pen? It makes no sense. Okay, here's the thing. It's a status symbol. He bought it because he could buy it. Okay, and there's people out there who buy something just because they can buy it. Well, you got a few people buying Vitamixes. You got a few people buying Blentecs. Okay, because they can. It's the most expensive blender on the market, so they buy it because they can buy it. And then, of course, it's a quality kitchen utensil. Of course, it's quality. It's a quality kitchen appliance, but it's not that much quality. It's not worth $500. Okay, but they can put that price tag on it. Look, man. If you make a quality blender, let's say, you know what? I'm going to make a quality blender. Okay, it's going to cost me. Let's say it's going to cost me $50 to manufacture each one of these blenders. That's my cost. That's what I got in it after labor, after manufacturing costs, after everything else. I got $50 in each one of these blenders. Then you could say, okay, I know I got a quality blender. I'm going to charge $100 for each one of them. But then you got another guy over here that says, I know I got a quality blender. I'm going to charge $400 for each one of them. What's the difference? Well, the difference is the guy who charges $100 for each one of them, he's going to sell more at first. But the guy who charges $400 for each of them, he's going to develop a mythos around his blender. There's going to be a legendary status that develops. This thing costs a lot because it's worth a lot. If you buy a pair of cheap tennis shoes and they're lasting you a good amount of time and they're doing really well, you might be pleasantly surprised. But if you buy an expensive pair of tennis shoes and they last a little while and they're doing you well, you're going to get exactly what you expected. You expected the quality because you paid for the quality. Doesn't mean those shoes are worth what you paid for them. It doesn't mean that blender is worth $500. Okay? What it boils down to is there's a space between the actual worth of a product and the perceived worth of a product. And there is where companies make a lot of money. Companies like Vitamix, companies like Blentec, and a slew of other companies that are making money off of these high-powered blenders. What I'm telling you guys right now is when you take a product like the NutriBullet, it's $100, and it is worth every penny. It will do 90% of what you want it to do as a blender. Probably 100% for most of us out there trying to get into shape. It's a great product. It will handle your business, I promise you. To prove the Vitamixes and Blentecs are not worth what people pay for them, I went to a garage sale yesterday. I happened to come across a blender. It's from the 60s. It is a Waring blender, Century 8. It is old school. Notice the design. Notice the flat bottom on the picture, okay? It's just an old school blender. This blender is 720 watts, folks. I paid $1 for this blender. But when it was brand new, it probably only cost $30 or $40. Okay? This is a good blender. I paid $1 for it. $1. I'm going to use this blender. I'm going to shoot a commercial actually, because I'm going to sell it on eBay. But I'm going to show you guys you can make a quality smoothie in a 720 watt blender. I bought it at a garage sale for $1. Okay? You guys do not need a $500 blender. Okay? I'm telling you, it's unnecessary. You can get tricked by a business if you like. I'm not saying that $500 blender is not going to be quality. What I'm saying is it's not worth what you're paying for it. So take that how you want to take it. I'm going to do this video here coming up with this dollar blender. I bought it at a garage sale, 720 watts. It's a quality blender for its time. It's vintage, it's from the 60s, but it never cost anything close to $500. Even if you add on inflation for the 40-year time difference, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm just telling you guys this because we're in tough economical times. I don't want to see anyone waste their money on something they think they need when truly they don't need it. I mean, honestly, seriously. So anyway, let me clean this thing up. It's dirty. I got it at the garage sale. I'm going to clean it up. We're going to do a video on making a smoothie in this $1 blender, but it's 720 watts. I guarantee you this thing is a boss, and it's not 500 bucks, and it's not a Vitamix, and it's not a Blentec. Vitamix and Blentec would have you believe that they're the Mercedes Benz of blenders, when the truth is there's really no Mercedes Benz of blenders. A blender is a blender. The high-powered ones are better at grinding stuff up. But the thing is, it only takes so much power to grind up fruit and veggies. I mean, it only takes so much power. And if you got a good blend design on the blade, and you got a good pitcher, and you got, 500 or 600 watts, then you're good to go, okay? So you don't need a Lamborghini of blenders. I mean, that's ridiculous. No one's out there buying the Mercedes Benz of microwaves. It's nonsense. No one wants the Mercedes Benz of frying pans or spoons or crock pots. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Don't mean to rant on you guys a little bit, but let's do a video on this dollar blender. So I'll see you guys in the video. Hey everybody. Hello, thanks for stopping by my auction here. What I wanted to show you is this really beautiful 1960s vintage model. It's a vintage C80 Waring blender. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Waring, but they pretty much revolutionized the modern blender way back in the 30s. So they were making really great quality blender products for like hospitals, bars, industrial commercial establishments way back then, and they were making quality products up until today. They still make great quality commercial products. But anyway, this is a 60s model Waring C80 blender. This is a 720 watt blender, folks. It has a glass pitcher. It is marked. It's 40 ounces. It's got a really nice 40 ounce 5 cups, 32 ounce 4 cups, 25 ounce 3 cups, 16 ounce, and on down to 1 cup down there is 8 ounces, and it's even got really cool. It's got a half a cup right down there. So it's a really nice pitcher. Olive green cap, which matches the base really nice. It's got like I said, it's got this kind of a cool clover leaf almost design. This picture is neat. It almost I don't want to say it mimics a Vitamix, but the base is such where this has a flat base bottom, okay? This has an all steel drive, okay? This has a really kind of a wide pitcher. It's elusively wide. It's straight down. You can put your hand down here really easy to clean it, okay? So this just pops right into the base. Very simple. It's got the 4 prongs here on the base, and it, like I said, it just kind of pops down in there. You can get that from any angle. So it just kind of pops in there. Very simple to use, and it's a really nice quality blender. It's vintage, it's old, and I want to show you guys how this thing works. Like I said, 720 watts. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the NutriBullet, but the NutriBullet has 600 watts. This has 720 watts. It has been around for 50 years. This is from the 60s. It's been around for 50 years. I'm going to demonstrate to you now that this blender still works great. 50 years, going strong, and the reason is Waring made quality blenders. 50 years later, this thing's still going strong, still awesome, and we're going to make a smoothie right now just to prove it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some carrots in there. So that's pretty much a whole carrot. I just put it in 2 pieces. We're going to put a banana in there. These are frozen strawberries, folks. Frozen strawberries. We're going to put some frozen mangoes in there. Okay. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of flaxseed, whole organic flaxseed, in our Waring C80 720 watt blender. Now also, put a little bit of water in here. Now we get that nice cup measurement on the side. A little bit of water in there. Okay, and we're going to see how this thing does with all those ingredients. Let's see how good it can do. Now this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 speed blender, 720 watts. We're going to put it on blend. Okay, it's really not very loud. I don't know how it sounded on there, you guys, but it's really not very loud. I don't know if you can see this. So as you guys can see, this blender works perfectly. It works really good. Oh man, that tastes amazing. So anyway, this blender works really good, you guys. I just showed it to you. We just demoed it. Now I'm going to get this washed up, cleaned up, and I'm going to be putting it on eBay for sale. Whoever's interested, really nice vintage 1960s model Waring C80 blender. It's excellent, olive green in color, 720 watts. I love this thing. I'd almost keep it, but I already have a NutriBullet. I don't need it. So if anybody out there wanted to get like a really high-powered Vitamix or something like that, but you don't have the dough to fork over on it, and you like vintage stuff, this thing is right up your alley. So cheers to your health, and definitely give this thing a look. Thanks for checking out my auction.